Hi Virgo, welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. This is your monthly reading for May 2019. Just want to start off by saying thank you for your patience. I have been traveling and moving around like Goldilocks from place to place until I found the right comfortable spot, and here I am now. So let's get into your reading. I'm going to be using the Goddess Tarot by Chris Walder. I'm going to pull 5 cards, and with each card I pull, I'm going to take a card from under the deck as a clarifier. Then we're going to pull some more oracle cards on the side over here. All right. Now you don't have to memorize the positions. I'll tell you as I go. First card is a situation. Second card is you. Third card is what's surrounding you. Fourth card is the outcome. And then the last one is the underlying energy. As I said, for each one, I'll pick a clarifier from beneath the deck. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019. What's going on for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019, please? Can we please get a card representing the situation for Virgo? My throat was fine until I started the readings, and then it started getting scratchy and all the rest of it. Okay, this is for Virgo, please. Can we get a card representing the situation for Virgo? Can we get a card, please, for the situation for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019? What is the card representing the situation for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019, please? I'll take this card. All right. So we've got Justice, and the underlying energy is 8 of Swords. All right. What is a card representing Virgo? What? Ooh, woo, woo. All right. We've got Oppression with the Wawalak twin sisters with the babies there. All right. And the bottom card is 6 of Pentacles. All right, can we get a card representing what's surrounding Virgo? What's surrounding Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019, please? What's surrounding Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019, please? Sorry, I know it's focusing and getting blurry. All right. That's positive now. All right. Can we get a card for the outcome? What's the outcome for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019? What is the outcome, please? Boom. It's like the Page of Wands, so the Prince of Wands, and the Star. And then the underlying energy, giving us a clue as to everything that's going on here, is the Queen of Cups. So we're going to put her over here, the Queen of Cups. All right. It looks like it's a very emotional time. There's some self-doubt. Oppression here with the Wawalaks, with sisters, twin sisters. Then we've got the issue here. The situation is a justice situation, a karmic situation. Justice here represented by Goddess Athena, who is the goddess of wisdom, intelligence, and battle, war. So this speaks to strategic moves, wisdom backing up your strategy, intelligence here. making just choices, about karmic retribution, karma coming around. So if you've been above board, not to worry. If there's anything that you haven't been above board with, well then it's saying that, you know, things are going to work out fairly here for everybody involved. Could be regarding court matters, legal matters. Be careful when you're signing documents. Look at the contract, read it. In terms of marriage, it could be about divorce or custody issues, things like that. But let's see where this goes. Clarifying this is Eight of Swords. It looks like you're afraid. Eight of Swords is about fear and restriction. All those swords representing people's thoughts, projections onto you, your own kind of worry about what other people will say if they knew about this or that, or what they think about whatever situation. It's a lot of mental stress, anxiety here, and it's restricting your movement. Now, it's something that is in your mind and you can easily get out of, especially considering these are minor arcana cards. These are easily changeable as soon as you change your mind about them. But the situation with Justice, that's a karma card, that's a major arcana card, meaning major secret. It's going to have a strong influence for May. May's situation here is about karmic justice, legal matters. This is what's going to be on your mind here. It's making you stressed out about the outcome, giving you anxiety, and making you feel fearful and unsure, and therefore stuck. It's a card of being stuck, okay? You are represented with the major arcana card, the Wawalak. This is representative of the Tower. Why? Because it says oppression. The story about the Wawalak sisters are that, you know, one of the sisters accidentally let a drop of menstrual blood flow into the waters of this great water spirit, this Naga, this snake spirit. And if you've read anything about, you know, Nagas or water spirits, they're very much about having a clean environment, and once you tick them off, they're quite spiteful and vindictive and vicious with their curses. So basically, that put a curse on these two, and it was something that was unavoidable. So with the Wawalak representing the Tower card, here you see they have no shelter, and there's storm clouds brewing and rain coming down, and they've got children. Just kind of like, can you imagine having a child and being stuck outside with no shelter? It's not just about yourself, something where you feel very vulnerable and tortured and stressed out. Now, I don't want to take it all the way there. This is just this in general is giving you an idea. With the Tower card, it's about some kind of outcome that's going to happen that could be something that could be a big fight, or it could be the destruction to an old way of thinking. I liken it to Goddess Kali, who always, you know, breaks down something. And at the time, you might feel like your world is over and, you know, everything is in crumbles around your feet or something. Or you might be really in the heat of the moment angry and having a big blow up. But whatever happens after this blow up, after the unraveling, after this destruction of an old way of thinking, is that there's liberation and freedom. That's going to be so wonderful, the feeling that comes after getting rid of something that's no longer serving you. Because if the Tower moment happens and nothing, and the situation doesn't survive it, then it means it wasn't strong enough in the first place. And so you'd rather be best to build on a stronger foundation next time. Okay, so you've got this major arcana card, you've got Justice, and you've got the Tower here, moment with oppression. So now, clarifying this, you got the Six of Pentacles. It's about dependencies, giving and receiving, reciprocity. Now, when I see this negatively aspected with the cards around it, it feels like exploitation, right? With the Six of Pentacles, it could be that the person who's in the power, holding the big pentacle with the, you know, jewelry and the finer clothes, using their power and their position to their advantage, exploiting the others. And on the other hand, the flip side, these two who are at the lower position, feeling like whatever they're receiving from this person who's got more may not be equal. They might feel like they deserve more than what they're getting. And the person on the giving end might be like, you know what, you're lucky you're getting anything in the first place. All around, when you look at it in this way, it's a toxic situation. And in May, just watch out for that, because with the Justice card, it's saying karma will be dished out, and you know, everything's going to work out fairly for everyone involved. Now, if this is you in the position where you're dependent on others and they might be exploiting you and you have no recourse and you're feeling vulnerable and stuck out there, just make plans to get out of this situation. Now, if you're the one who's doing the, you know, kind of bossy attitude here and, you know, rubbing other people's noses in your abundance, then, you know, you might want to stop doing that, because it looks like for May it's going to come around, okay, the karma. Around you, you've got Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a great card, and look at this, clarified with the Ten of Cups. Wonderful things are coming in around you. Three of Wands is when you've already put energy out into the world, and you can see this figure holding a wand, and there's two other wands, and looking out into the ocean. Traditionally in the tarot, it shows two boats coming in, two ships, sorry, not boats, two ships full of wonderful treasures that have been collected from around the world. And usually it'll show a merchant at the top of a cliff waiting for these two ships to come in with all the goodies that he's invested his money, energy into, sending these ships out to bring these goodies back, and then he's going to sell them, make lots of coin, and then build on that and have a wonderful life. Then comes the Four of Wands, you know, it's stability, solid foundation, adding to your life now, possibly marriage, all that kind of thing. But Three of Wands here is waiting for those ships to come in, and they're full of abundance for you. Clarifying, this is Ten of Cups. This is the happily ever after card. This is complete emotional fulfillment. So, looks like what's around you is such wonderful abundance. It's going to make your dream come true, make you very happy in May. It just feels like currently in the situation, there's an oppression here because of a dependency that you have, that you need to remove yourself from. And when I look here, it seems like you're easily going to be able to do that, because you will now have the resources and the emotional fulfillment and strength to be able to do so. So you're moving from an Eight of Swords, fearful, restricted energy, to a Ten of Cups. In the outcome, you got Page of Wands, here represented by the Prince of Wands. This is a very youthful card. It's about a messenger kind of energy, an opportunity coming in for a new job, possibly something interesting and exciting and inspiring that's made you want to pursue this. The Page of Wands is also, could be a youthful fire sign in your life, maybe a child in your life. If not, the Page of Wands is like this very, where the Knight of Wands might be this energy of traveling and going out and being excited about doing these things. The Page of Wands is that energy that comes before that, the initial idea, the opportunity presenting itself, a new job, a new travel, a new idea coming into your life that is inspiring you, that's exciting you, but you haven't made any moves or plans on this yet, but it's just, you know, this option that's come up. Clarifying, this is the Star. The Star representing hope, faith, believing in something that if you stick to your guns and wait, that it will come true. Wishing on a star, it's also about fame, notoriety, shining, being in the public eye, getting attention that way. So it looks like you see this first half very, very tense. And then it just goes completely opposite here. Oh my gosh. Sorry. And on the right side, everything is coming through. It looks like the beginning of May is going to be a little bit rough. And you have to wait a little bit for something to come in here with the Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. But then it just wonderfully takes a turn to having new opportunities come into your life, and something that you've been hoping and praying and wishing for that you are going to pursue. And it implies with this Star card that it will come true, that you will be able to manifest what you've been waiting for and hoping for here, that it will come true. All right, and then the Queen of Cups on the bottom is the underlying energy for the entire month. The Queen of Cups, positively aspected, is someone who's a healer. She's extremely compassionate, deeply intuitive, very spiritual. And in this deck, she's someone who represents, all the queens represent the completion of the suit. So she's mastered spirituality, faith. She's deep. She's looking for deeper meanings in life. She's a healer. She's spiritual. She is someone who's extremely loving, compassionate, open, able to be vulnerable. And she's matured and mastered her emotions, in control of her emotions. So this Queen of Cups negatively aspected in the beginning of the month here, when you see this kind of very stressful time, it's going to, just like the vulnerability here where you see these two twin sisters with their children stuck outside in the, you know, with a thunderstorm coming down. That vulnerable feeling, that pained feeling, you know, not just for yourself, but if you're a mother, that feeling of your children being in danger as well, like just that most like heartbreaking kind of vulnerable, painful, pained kind of emotional, fearful state. That Queen of Cups energy, I see this for the beginning and I see it in the end. It looks like whatever is toxically making you fearful and scared to move forward or making you feel oppressed, when this certain thing comes through that you've been waiting on, when it comes through, it's going to change everything and bring you fulfillment and options and inspiration and hope again and healing. So let's keep that in mind. Then you get the positive aspects of the Queen of Cups. Now the lower aspects in the beginning can speak to depression, you know, self-medicating, like drinking too much or taking pills or whatever, okay, whatever you need to control your emotions. I'm not saying that you should. I'm saying this Queen of Cups negatively aspected can indicate those types of behaviors. Positively aspected, then you get the healer, the compassion, the spirituality, and all those things. So let's pull some oracle cards and see where this goes. This is Miracles Now by Gabrielle Bernstein. Can we get a card, please? I'll take one from the top and one from the bottom for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019, please. What's going on for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019, please? Okay. To relinquish control, I simply let loose and allow myself to be more childlike. Nice. Peace is in my pulse. Beautiful. So when it says to relinquish control, I simply let loose and allow myself to be more childlike. With this oppression card with you, now maybe that could indicate you being a little bit, you might be the oppressed and the oppressor here in this situation with those who are dependent on you. I don't know if it's been stressful and you're a little bit lashing out, but just to be mindful of that. Okay, this is the crystal reading cards by Rochelle Sharman. It's going to give us a crystal, and there we go. Skolosite, peace. Amazonite, life purpose. Now you got peace twice. Peace is in my pulse. And Skolosite piece. I had the most beautiful little Skolosite that I loved, and it went missing. Anyways, so Skolosite. Not easy to get, but it's around. Not easy like, you know, rose quartz or something, but it's around. It's very fragile here. These chip off. It's supposed to be really good with speaking to spirit, connecting with spirit, as well as your inner peace. So let me read it. And then Amazonite, life purpose. Interesting. Okay, so let me put these next to each other, because I'm going to have to, let's do it like this. Let's put peace and peace together. Goddess Inanna here with a star. See if I can still make it visible here. Skolosite, yeah, sweet. All right, and Amazonite. Let me read a little bit about it, okay? It enhances a deep, sacred space of meditation and relaxation, promotes inner peace and tranquility, supports you in the awakening of your inner wisdom, allows access to deeply held subconscious memories for transformation, assists in purification and illumination of the soul. It's white in color, and it's related to the crown chakra. It says here, if you've been experiencing stress, turbulence, or conflict, with this Eight of Swords over here, if you've been experiencing, where did it go? Okay, turbulence or conflict. Devas of Skola site are here to share with you that the challenging time is over and peace is upon you. You may like to go for a walk in nature, meditate, or do something that allows you to feel peace in your world. Open, receive, and allow every cell of your being the energy of peace to transform your life. You are encouraged to let go of all outside influences, stress, and expectations, and allow yourself to just be for a moment. Breathe in the peaceful energy of Skola site and breathe out all that no longer serves you or has been worrying you. Drawing this card today is a reminder that it is time to re-enter your peaceful place within. Okay, so we're getting that twice for you, Virgo. Amazonite. It is bluish green with white streaks, and it's related to the solar plexus and crown chakra. So we got two references to your crown chakra, and Amazonite also is for your solar plexus as well. So it says alliance to your life purpose and encourages you to step onto the path with strength and courage. Assists you in finding the divine truth in all things. Facilitates deep internal reflection. Encourages you to come into alignment with your divine will, manifesting your heart's desires. It says here, as you work with the Devas, you are encouraged to let go of any fears associated with stepping onto your divine path. Trust that you are worthy and deserving of manifesting and living your dreams. Open and receive the new insights and awareness that is flowing into your life right now. Work actively with Amazonite and become aware of the synchronicities and signs given to you by the Devas and the universe. Continue to trust your intuition and inner guidance as you allow your life purpose to manifest into this world. Amazing. All right. Let's move on to the Romance Oracle card here by Doreen Virtue. This is the Romance Angels. Can we get a card, please, for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? 1 second. Let me just get a sip. My throat's getting raspy. All right. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019, please. Can we get a card for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019, please? Unrequited love. All right. I'll put this here. On the bottom, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Okay? All right. Release your ex. It's unrequited. Okay. Very straightforward. Unrequited love is about two people who keep tabs on each other. It's a cat and mouse game that goes on forever. And they're on your social media, or even if they're not, you keep tabs on them, they keep tabs on you, and nothing ever manifests because there was never enough chemistry or attraction in the first place. Might have been something that was fun to keep in your mind or in their mind just to, you know, feel desirable or in demand. When things are getting dry, it's nice to kind of, you know, have people in your Rolodex, but at the same time, it never manifests into anything. So that is because one person at the end of the day thinks they're too good for the other person. Okay, that's my meaning for this card that comes through all the time. I often get this with people who are, you know, the lover type cards. Sometimes I get it with a lot of like Knight of Wands or the King of Wands energy. So if it's someone, especially with this Page of Wands, someone who's younger than you, I really wouldn't bother. I don't know if that's somebody in your Aries, Leo, Sag who's younger in your life. Not worth it, okay, not worth the time. But I don't feel like that's what this is about. This is about your ex, and it's saying it's time to clear your energy. I mean, you see this paper here, I mean, it gets deep. They're like, write it down or tear up the notes and stuff that you have with this person, burn it, burn the letters. Like, that's how deep it goes, because it's saying there's major attachment that needs to be cut loose. All right. Now let's move on to some divine guidance. This is the Divine Feminine Oracle cards by Megan Watterson. It's full of goddesses, saints, and ascended masters, all feminine, all female, from all over the world. So let's get a goddess, saint, or ascended master for Virgo. Can we get some guidance for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019, please? Whoa, that's quite a lot. On the bottom, we have Goddess Bridget. She comes up all the time too. Hello, Goddess Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. I'm an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. I'll briefly touch on this. The Goddess Bridget, she's an Irish goddess, quite active actually, still. And there's a story behind her. When people are feeling lost and alone, and there's a story about walking home in the dark, you know, and feeling like there's nobody around, you might be scared, and then so she invented the whistle so that people could whistle to each other, so you could connect with other travelers in the night who are feeling alone, and so you wouldn't feel alone. She's still worshipped to this day. Now I'm gonna reshuffle just because it's way too much, but let's go through all the goddesses that we got, starting with this beautiful goddess Yeshitogel, Lady of the Lotus-born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. She is from Tibet. She's got this sword here, this blade, cutting through dualism, cutting through the ego. She had a real tough time of it based on how she was very beautiful. She didn't want to get married, but she had to. And after a long, tough life, she found her guru, and she attained enlightenment within her own right. Then we've got Goddess Isis, the goddess of magics from Egypt. Sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. And this is also about her story with her partner when he was separated into many pieces, and how she collected all of them, and through the power of her sexuality brought this person back, also by getting the name of Ra, his real name, and then getting that power which made her able to bring back people from death. Okay, so we've got Goddess Isis here. Goddess Green Tara, the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. Everybody knows she's one of my favorite goddesses. Very youthful energy, very playful energy, and she's very swift and savioress, a protectress. Khadijah, the mother of believers. I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. And then Dakini, the enlightened feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. Dakini is just feminine wisdom. There's all types of Dakinis. There are mundane Dakinis, just the regular women that we see walking around. There are goddesses. There are saints. There are Buddhas that are Dakinis. All right. And then we got Goddess Lalita, the red goddess. Playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. Tapping back into, again, this childlike energy, more playful energy. And Shekinah, the presence of the divine feminine. At the center of everything there is light, and I am that light. Saying that we're all made up of, you know, essentially molecules and all this stuff, and we are all light, and just remembering that, and so on. But let's get one goddess, because it's just way too much, okay? I just wanted to show it to you because I didn't want to ignore the drop. Everybody gets upset when I do that. So let's get one goddess, please, or saint or ascended master for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019, please. Maybe one will repeat, but let's see. Can we get one goddess, please, or saint or ascended master for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2019, please? Oh, there we go. Lala, the saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. Cool. All right, let's read about Goddess Lala. Move this down a bit. Okay, and on the bottom, Sarah Lakali, Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. Okay. Beautiful. So let's read about Goddess Lala first. It's not in alphabetical order, as you can see. So let me find it. 100. When your soul selects her card. Words have the power to shift our reality or to continue to reinforce it. Louise Hay, founder of Hay House, turned to me during a dinner party, looked at me right in the eyes and declared, "Every word you say is an affirmation." This is perhaps one of the most crucial spiritual lessons to remember. If we are not separate from the soul, and if the soul is not separate from the divine, then we have the power to co-create our life. Lala is the invitation to pay close attention to each word we say to ourselves within, and to the words we say about ourselves to the people we love. She is the acknowledgement from the soul that our every sentence is a prayer. If we want more love, more light, more of that joy and freedom that expands our capacity to be present in the world, then Lala reminds us that we can become the author of our own reality right now. We can speak our desires into being. Lala is a reminder that we are so powerful that changing the words we use to describe ourselves can change the trajectory of our lives. We can choose to focus our attention on each I am statement we say, and we can infuse our lives with the nectar that comes when we act on the truth that we are not separate from the divine. Soul voice meditation. What are the most powerful words for me to use frequently right now? Intention. Every word I say becomes a prayer, and I am the author of my own story. All right, so let's read about Sarah Lakali, 210. When your soul selects her card. No matter who you are or where you are, Saint Sarah's love is the kind that reaches you. There's nothing you need to perfect or prove. There's nothing you need to wait to become. There's only the deep abiding truth that love is not outside of you. You are never an outsider to love. You are love. Saint Sarah is the ultimate love card. The one that whispers what you've always known, that love is our true purpose and our only true home. Love is where we will all arrive, no matter how persecuted, how lonely, how outcast we might feel, no matter how long it has been since we felt loved. Saint Sarah is the healing that comes when we embody love again. She is here to welcome us back to the singular destination we actually never left. Home is only ever as far as we allow ourselves to be separate from the space of our own heart. Soul voice meditation. Enter the heart. Ask to experience love, true love, and let it fill you head to soul. Intention. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. All right. So it looks like it could be a situation where it's hard for you to move on. And it's definitely giving me a feeling that whatever situation you've been in has been one of, someone that you're dependent on, and at the same time making you fearful to move on. So with all of this, is saying home is love. Love is something that you can create for yourself, and you are the author of your own story. Be careful how you speak to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. It's an emotional time with the Queen of Cups. We want to be on the higher vibration of the Queen of Cups, not the lower vibration. So release whoever it is. It's making you feel less than, making you feel oppressed, making you feel fearful and restricted, because it's an unrequited love. It's not worth investing your time into. Now, tapping back into your own youthful, happy, childlike qualities that Virgo has, finding your inner peace again. All right, Virgo, that was your reading for May 2019. Please check back in the next few days for your weekly readings, and I'll have those up shortly. Until next time, take care and talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.